She kneeled on the floor, raised both her arms, then cried out, "Oh God, if he is truly Malin Kundang, my son, then curse him into stone." Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nyimas Aila Dinara, and today I'm going to tell you about the story of Malin Kundang, aka the story of the son who was known to be very arrogant and smug. In the olden days, on an island in West Sumatra, lived a mother and her son, Malin Kundang, who she loved into bits. Malin loved to help his mother named Mande Rubaya whenever he had the chance, making things easy for his mother, who was the only other person that lived with him. On one sunny morning, when Malin Kundang was outside chasing his chicken, he suddenly fell and tripped, leaving a deep cut on his left arm. Whilst crying, he ran and looked for his mother, who was inside their house. Seeing Malin Kundang's deep cut, Mande Rubaya hastily grabbed everything she could find in that house that could heal it. Whilst treating Malin's cut, she whispered lightly on her son's ear, "The cut will heal, but it'll leave a slight scar." Years passed, and Malin Kundang has now become a man, no longer a child, but he was still Mande Rubaya's intelligent, caring, and diligent child, maybe even more so. On that night, Malin Kundang decided to inform his mother that he'd want to sail overseas for so long so that he could earn more money than he already did, and so he could fulfill his dreams of becoming just like his father. Hearing that, Mande Rubaya immediately agreed with him. "Oh, thank you, dear mother. I promise I'll come and visit you soon," Malin Kundang assured, hugging his mother. On the very next day, Malin Kundang set off on his very first adventure by boat, waving goodbye to his mother. Years later, on one sunny morning, a great, gigantic ship arrived on that small island. Everyone who saw it cheered and ran out of their houses, including Mande Rubaya, who, at first, didn't recognize who that ship belonged to. A young, wealthy couple got off the ship and chirruped happily with the people on that island, whilst Mande Rubaya watched them from afar, when she suddenly noticed something strange. Whenever the young man rolled up his sleeve, Mande Rubaya could see a slight scar on his left arm. "It's him, my son, Malin Kundang," Mande Rubaya thought to herself happily. Without thinking twice, she approached the young couple and sat in front of them, then greeted them. "Oh, hello, my dear Malin. It's me, your mother. How and where have you been, child?" "Honey, is she truly your mother?" The wife nudged Malin Kundang, whose face suddenly turned a furious red, and with an angry and firm voice tone, Malin Kundang said, "No, my mother is already dead. So go away, you awful, poor old woman." "But Malin, the scar on your left arm, that scar is from the time you tripped when chasing our chicken." "What are you on about, old woman? Stop lying." Hearing that, Manirubaya felt her heart shatter into pieces, similar to a plate when shattered, as it could no longer mend. Manirubaya, without saying one other word, she ran back to her house and slammed the front door shut. She kneeled on the floor, raised both her arms, then cried out, "Oh God, if he is truly Malin Kundang, my son, then curse him into stone." Immediately, thick gray clouds filled up the blue sky. Thunder roared and lightning struck. Malin Kundang looked up at the sky and shook his head in great confusion. He was ready to grab his wife's hand and sprint back to the ship when he suddenly froze on the spot. I can't move!" Malin Kundang cried. His body felt so stiff he couldn't move the slightest bit, but his heavy knees were slowly falling onto the ground. He began to regret being so evil to his mother and began to ask God for forgiveness. But, ladies and gentlemen, he was far too late. Malin Kundang, the arrogant and smug son, was turned into stone. Ladies and gentlemen, from this story, we can conclude that we should always respect our parents and never disobey and forget them. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I've got to tell you about Malin Kundang. Thank you so much for your kind attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.